I would challenge myself this week for Project Life, and I'm going to be randomly picking cards and just trying to make them work. So Mary had this really great idea she does with all of her scraps. So if they're big enough to be cut into 4x6 cards, she cuts all her scraps into 4x6. And if they're not that big, then she cuts them into 3x4. And then if they're smaller than that, I think she just keeps them in like a little scrap box or whatever. So I went through all of my scraps because I had a huge pile of scraps in my room. And I went through and I cut all of them down. So this is what you're seeing right here is my 4x6 scraps and my 3x4 scraps. So I thought it'd be fun and a little challenging to do my Project Life with these scraps this week. So I'm going to be picking out, my Project Life spread is going to have 8 4x6 and 8 3x4s in it. So I thought I would pick out I'll pick out 11 of each, and then I'll be able to put some back. I'll have a choice to put some back if I really don't think that they go. So I kind of get a pick, and maybe that's the easy way out, but I don't care. It's my Project Life. I'm challenging myself, so that's how I'm going to do it. So I have them flipped over. Some of them are double-sided, but most of them are not. So I'm just going to randomly pick 11 from each and then see what I come up with. Okay, so now, moment of truth. See what I've got to work with here. Got some orange. Love that. That's kind of a little too beachy right now. Oh, I've got 2 of those. I guess I should get rid of one. That doesn't really go. Some yellow. I like that a lot too. Okay, so I think, because I really like that, I think that would be a good jumping off point. So I'll go with the yellow, because that goes, and the pink. And got some blue. And I actually think the brown might kind of go with that a little bit. I think that would go. So now between those two, I mean, it's definitely got some grays and greens, but it's also got orange. Maybe, I can't decide, guys. I'm gonna go with that and that. Okay, final answer. Go with that. Okay, and then since that was kind of my jumping off point for that, then I'll kind of use that to go with these ones too. I don't think that goes at all. That one, not really either. That's pretty simple, so I can definitely use that. I think that could work. I think this could work. I could probably make that work. And that one too. That one's a definitely. Maybe. Yeah, I think I could make that work. That one I could definitely make work. That I love. So then now we've got these. I mean, that would work, but it's almost like too dull. I think I might go with that, just for a touch of gold. Okay, so that's what I've got. Now let's see if I can arrange them so they look a little bit pleasing to the eye. Two florals next to each other. Zoom out a little bit so you can see my process here. Okay. All right, so those are my Project Life cards for this week. We will see how this looks. All right, so I've got all of my pictures printed and I've got most of my embellishments kind of picked out for each card. So I'm just going to get right to it. So this orange ended up being just a little too much orange for me. So I decided to kind of layer some other paper on top of it, which might be a little bit of cheating, but you know, it's my challenge, so I can do what I want, right? So I just use like this white with polka dot paper on top of there, since I have one of the journaling cards I use is like a white polka dot too. So I thought I kind of tied those in together well. This week, not as busy as last week, so I don't have near as many pictures, but we did have my niece's birthday party to go to. So she turned 6, and so she had a birthday party on Sunday, and me and my kids went a little early because they're younger, you know, they're not really at the age that they would be playing 6-year-old games. So we went a little early so they could still play with their cousins, and we could give my niece her present, and they could still play and stuff. So the first card is my son Elliot wanting to play with their dog, who I guess is not very friendly. So she had to be outside. But Elliot, when he saw the dog, like, got so excited and was like screaming and like crawled over there as fast as he could just to go look at the dog. And they just kind of were staring at each other through the window, and it's really cute. This card that I'm working on now is my son Jonathan is like obsessed with this garbage truck toy that they have. Every time that we go over to their house, he has to play with this garbage truck. So that's what he's doing there. And then in one of the pictures, you can see Elliot is like trying to sneak some popcorn. And I just thought it was really funny, so I had to include that picture. And then this card, I went to Tuesday Morning recently, and I picked up a little pack of like Smashbook cards. So that's what you're seeing there. Is there's one that have in my hand, and then there's the one that's on the journaling card. And it, you know, it says occasion, when, where, and the happenings, and I'll fill that all out with like Charlie's birthday, you know, where it was and all that stuff. And then the other tag that I put behind it, I'm going to put the like description of the gift that I made for Charlie. So I was trying to do like kind of like handmade DIY gifts for my nieces and nephews, just because I think it makes it a little bit more special. So this year for Charlie, I did like a DIY slime kit, and so it like had everything that she needed to make her own slime, and you know, like sequins and glitter and all that fun stuff. And then I had like little containers, little empty containers for her to keep her slime in, and then I made little custom labels, so it said like slime made by Charlie, and they're really cute. So that's what I did for her birthday, and so I just wanted to document that as well. So that's just that little tag behind the card there. The other pictures I've got here are just some random ones of my kids. So Elliot playing with some toys, Elliot playing with some crayons. That's why I put the little tag, or the little tiny word sticker says creativity takes courage. It's not like he's actually creating anything, he's just playing with crayons and markers, but you know, it's still cute. And then the picture of both of them going up the stairs, that's actually Jonathan racing the baby, because he likes to race everybody. So they race the baby, and then he's like trying to run upstairs to beat the baby. Of course he won, because he's much faster than the baby, but it was just cute, so I had to take a picture of that too. And then there's just another picture of Elliot down on the bottom, just playing with some toys and just smiling his big smile. And then I'll do a little journaling off camera, because you guys don't need to see that. So I'll like decorate all these first, and then I'll go back and do the journaling, and then you'll see the journaling on the final photos at the end. So this pretty much completes the second page. So I did the second page first, and then I'll go ahead and do the first page. So this first card is going to be my title card. I just wanted to use this as the title card just because it had all the colors in it. And it kind of was my jumping off point for all the different journaling cards I picked. So I thought it kind of was a good idea just to have most of it showing. So I put, I know the pink doesn't like super go, but you know, nothing really goes that well this week. It's kind of just a mismatched pile of project life this week, but I really like the way that it turned out. And that 9, which could possibly be a 6, I don't know, that was actually gifted to me by Mary. She had given me for Valentine's Day a bunch of like vintage clock parts, so I wanted to include some of that in my project life this week. So I used that 9, and then I'm just stamping on the dates. And that pretty much finishes off my title card, and do a whole lot to it. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that all those colors kind of showed. And then all of my, besides the one pink card that already had the lines on it, since I didn't have any cards this week that actually had like journaling spots on them, because they're not journaling cards, they're just, you know, pieces of scrap paper. I used a lot of the Smashbook paper to add spots to put my journaling. So I'll have, like on that card, I'll have a little story about Jonathan. On that little label, I'll just put a little note because he actually took that picture of his leg there. So that was taken by him, and so I'll just put a little note that it was taken by him. This little list, this is also from that Smashbook pad, and I don't actually list anything. I just use the lines to journal, but I didn't feel like it was necessary to cut off the numbers for the list because I kind of like the look of that. So I just kept it as looking like a list, but then I just, you know, journaled like normal, you know, told a little story. Actually told a story about my son. He started playing with my Cabbage Patch dolls this week, which I was really excited about because I've been trying to get him to like want to play with them for a while, and he had no interest in playing with dolls. And then this week he decided he wanted to play with them, and so he's been playing with them, but it's like baby needs its butt changed all the time, so it needs like diaper changes constantly. And so I was like, it's basically like having another child, because I'm like, oh, I have to change the baby's diaper again. Oh, I have to change the baby's, like literally I've changed this Cabbage Patch doll's diaper more than I changed both of my children's diapers combined. Plus, apparently the Cabbage Patch doll is potty training because it likes to go potty in the potty as well. So I have to assist with that too, which is ridiculous. But whatever, if that's how he wants to play with it, and that's how he wants to play with it. So I just tell a little story about all the things that he's doing with his Cabbage Patch doll. And then there's, of course, a picture of him sucking on his toe because apparently boys are disgusting and do things like that. So I have a picture there. I actually sent that to my husband because I was like, you're a disgusting child, sucking on his feet. And then there's a picture of, because it had snowed this week, so I had to get a picture of the snow. It didn't really stick on the ground too much, so we didn't go out and play in it, but Jonathan wanted to show his farmer. That's what he calls those little people, his farmers. So he wanted to show the farmer the snow, so that's what he's doing in that picture. And then these pictures now at the bottom, I just really liked that they kind of showed like this is how my life is. Like, it's watching cartoons with my kids on top of me, you know, in jammies. Like that's the majority of my time is spent doing that. So I wanted to make sure to document that this week. And then that picture, the last 2 pictures are just of Elliot, you know, chewing on this little stress ball thing. It's my husband's stress ball, but he likes to chew on it. He's teething, so he wants to put his mouth on everything. So that is just a picture of him chewing on that. So that pretty much finishes off my layout for this week. I hope you guys liked it. It wasn't my favorite layout that I've done, but it definitely wasn't my least favorite. I kind of liked how it turned out. It's definitely more my style than like the really matchy spreads. So yeah, I might do this again. Let me know if you liked it, if you liked me doing this kind of challenge, or if there's any other kind of challenges you want to see me do in the future. And I will think about doing them. So I will see you next week for Project Life Week 10, and you guys have a great day. Bye.